What is going on, world? Welcome back once again. My name is ZacNovak and this is ZacNovak Plays Games. Well, I'm recording this video for the fourth time today, I think. Apologies. First few ones weren't really the greatest. Not the greatest attitude, not the greatest mood. However, we've got the source, inventory, and location. Roll the intro, let's get straight into it, and I do hope you enjoy. Alrighty, getting straight into the video, we are on EDZ at the Winding Cove, and the good old tentacled bastard is chilling up on his little ledge. Let us see if he's actually got anything interesting or even good this week, fingers crossed. Now I do have to apologize as well for videos being very sparse. Wasn't in the greatest headspace at the start of the week and the middle of the week. It's kind of the end of the week and I'm still not in the greatest place. But we got the tentacle bastard. Let us see what has he actually got. If this is why the 9 sent you here, well actually this week in itself it really isn't actually too bad, surprisingly. Okay, let's start things off with the Claws of Ahamkara. 23 legendary shards for this Warlock exotic. Is this good? Actually, surprisingly, yes, especially if you are using Devourer. This thing in itself is honestly really nice and definitely comes in handy. It's also seriously OP and crucible if you're using Burn, or even if you're actually using, Arc style, where it's literally you can throw a ball at someone twice. This thing in itself can come in handy in a lot of different situations. Bear in mind this thing is not the greatest. It is, however, considered fairly average and definitely just under OP. Secondary perks on it are Fusion Rifle Loader, Hand Cannon Loader, and Impact Induction, as well as, but not limited to, we got Sniper Rifle Reserves and Machine Gun Scavenger. Said it right that time. So yeah, this thing in itself is pretty decent. 23 legendary shards, pick it up if you have not got it. Next up, and moving on, we've got ourselves the Unsurmountable Skull Fort, or as I actually call it, Titan's most OP exotic. 23 legendary shards for this exotic that allows your Titan to literally run through the entire Whisper of the Worm quest single-handedly with one super. Yes, that is actually something that is possible. This thing in itself is seriously OP. Main perk on it being Transfusion Matrix, kills with arc melee abilities, trigger health regeneration, and restore melee energy. This thing in itself, yeah, it is definitely OP. I have used this on my Titan, well, pretty much consistently. I just sound like Roger Rabbit. How you going? No, Donald Duck. Why did I say Roger Rabbit? I don't know. Anyway, secondary perks are, we've got Fusion Rifle targeting, Hand Cannon targeting, and hands-on, as well as, but not limited to, Sniper Rifle Reserves and Machine Gun Reserves. Pretty nice, pretty decent, and actually has a pretty cool looking ornament. If I was on the Titan you could see it, but this thing itself is OP. 22 legendary shards, just pick it up even if you've already got it. This thing actually has some pretty good perks on it this week. Anyway, once again, pick it up, 23 legendary shards for your Titan. Moving on, next up, we've got ourselves the Stompies, or the Stomp EE5 for the Hunter or Huntress. 23 legendary shards for this, actually now fairly useful exotic. Main perks on it is actually being hydraulic boosters, increased sprint speed and slide distance, as well as improved high jump, straight jump, and triple jump. This thing itself actually is really viable in a lot of situations, especially if you're trying to keep up with a Titan that is Titan skating. These things actually can work in your favor in some situations, not all, but definitely some. Secondary perks on it are as followed. We got Fusion Rifle Dexterity, Hand Cannon Dexterity, and Outreach, as well as, but not limited to, Scout Rifle Reserves, and Special Ammo Finder, which is always nice having Special Ammo Finder on anything. Pick it up, 23 legendary shards. Next up, moving on, we've got ourselves the weapon of the week, the Huckleberry. 29 legendary shards for this very underused submachine gun. However, this thing is pretty decent in crucible. Main perk being Ride the Bull, increase fire rate and recoil while holding down the trigger, and kills with this weapon reload a portion of the magazine. This with a secondary perk being Rampage, which is honestly really nice on a submachine gun gun, and as well as ricochet rounds and short action stock. This thing actually is surprisingly decent. Pick it up if you have not got it. It also looks pretty cool with the ornament on it. It actually just makes it look a little bit more beastly. But yeah, this thing is pretty much really good. It is in a good spot at the moment. I mean, it could be actually buffed simply for actually the recoil and stuff like that, but hey, this thing, if you are a good person, you actually have good actual dexterity, you can use this fairly freaking well. So pick it up if you have not got it. 29 legendary shards. Moving on, we've got the consumables, which need to be changed in the future, and hopefully they will be soon. The 5 of swords. What does the 5 of swords do? Well, it enables you to have modifiers in your nightfall strikes, so enabling you to have actually more challenging modifiers on your already challenging nightfall, making those challenging modifiers that already exist on your challenging nightfall more challenging, and getting you a higher multiplier and also score. And yeah, that's kind of what everyone really wants in nightfall's higher score, and yeah, loot. So this thing in itself definitely can make things fun by adding more challenges to the challenging challenges. Moving on, next up, we've also got ourselves finally the Isochronal Engram, 97 legendary shards for a faded engram that will decrypt into an exotic you do not own unless you already own all the exotics from the DLC before Warmind. Then yeah, you will not really get anything so far as new, but you can actually get yourself some gear with some pretty good perks. So let us see, what are the roles, what are the perks on what we get? We got oh damn it, we got ourselves a Sunshot. I mean, Sunshot's not horrible, it actually is surprisingly decent, but I mean, I'd probably prefer if it was like a bit of armor, potentially even like, you know, possibly Nazarak Sin, because I need to get a new one of this, because this one kind of has just crappy old perks. But I will state the Sunshot, I'm going to say submachine gun. The Sunshot actually is pretty decent. It is actually pretty cool, and its ornaments actually look pretty decent. This one is my favorite just because it looks like you've dipped it in lava and it is just going off. But the other one's not too bad as well. It kind of just looks, you know, minimalistic. But this thing is just, it's cool. It's really, well, it's actually hot. So, yeah. Anyway, once again, I do apologize for videos this week. Should have a video going up a little bit later that actually is the challenges from this week, being both the Ascendant Challenge and the Spider's Wanted Bounty. Things for me this week just haven't really been the greatest, but yeah, won't really go into detail in this video, might go into detail in another video, but until next time, this has been ZOR's Location and Inventory, this has been ZacNovak. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed this video. If you have, click the like button down below, maybe share this video around, because it certainly helps that channel, helps out you guys, and helps other people to actually see my content. Also includes the whole thing of, you know, if my channel is shared around, potentially that is more subscribers, which potentially may mean that I'm getting a little bit more out of my depressionary rut. But I mean, hey, I'm one of those people that pretty much just likes, you know, the vanity style of things. But anyway, this has been ZacNovak, this has been ZOR's Location, the good old tentacle bastard. Once again, hopefully you have enjoyed this video. If you click the like button, do all the good stuff, and I'll be Sheeran like Karen if he was Ed Sheeran. What actual Nova Bomb do I have on? I think it's the Slaver Bomb. Let us see. Yes, it is the Slaver Bomb. Is there anyone that is actually going to be hit by this said Slaver Bomb? Let us actually go and check. There is one guy over here. He could get destroyed, but it went straight through the tree, and it is going to blast. Anyway, do all the good stuff. Until next time, this is ZacNovak. I'm signing off. Peace out.